Hey Pure Yogis, it's Suzy Schaak and I'm here with my daughter Izzy, and welcome to our practice. Let's find child's pose. Knees to the outside edges of the mat and big toes to touch. Taking a nice deep even breath in and a really passive exhale out. Taking your time and allowing yourself to settle in. And maybe offering up an intention while you're on your mat in child's pose. Closing the eyes and going internal for a moment. Shifting into your sweet Ujjayi pranayama. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. Just ushering the divine light in with every breath. Allowing it to move into heart center. Healing all of your worries. And then just passively exhale it out. Two more breaths, child's pose. And one more. Shifting from child's pose into tabletop. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips, easing yourself through cat and cow. First opportunity to find breath and movement. And slowly ease and wake up your spine. And feel the prana moving throughout the body. Making this as organic as you'd like. Holding either posture as long as you need to. Two more. And one more. Tabletop pose, right hand stays grounded, left hand reaches high to the sky, maybe doing little circles with the arms. Good, one more time around and then extend it nice and long, opening up the chest and then sweeping it through to thread the needle. Taking whatever variation that you like, maybe a half bind, maybe extending the top arm long and overhead. You could extend the leg as well. Good, one more breath. And release it out. Left hand reaches high to the sky. Keep on opening. And then reground. Right hand reaches high, circle the arm around, maybe the wrist. You could go in both directions. Good, reach it long, and then sweep it through. Deep breath in, even breath out. Two more breaths. Good, and then slowly release. Reaching it long again, nice and tall. and then reground. Let's fire up the core a little bit, drawing the belly in, Uddiyana Bandha, Mula Bandha, that root lock extending right arm and left leg, one long line, bicep by the ear, flexing the foot so you're reaching out through the heel. Glutes are nice and firm, inhale, exhale, elbow to knee. No, I'm off balance. Inhale, reach it long, exhale, elbow to knee. 2 more times, stretch it long. Elbow to knee, 1 more time, stretch it long. Elbow to knee, pause and just hold. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, extend long, and exhale, foot to hand. If that doesn't work, then just extend it long and pause and breathe, or use a strap to connect with your foot. Little front body opening here. Hold here, 3 and 2. Reach it long on 1 and lower it down. Couple cat and cows. Just neutralize the spine again. Good. Tabletop. Again, zipping up the abdominals, pulling in that root lock, reaching left arm, right leg. Just pause and breathe and find your stability, find your center. And then inhale, exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, reach it long. Exhale, elbow to knee. 2 more. Nice and long. Elbow to knee, 1 more. Nice and long. Elbow to knee, pause and hold. Curl it in nice and tight. Holding here, 3 and 2. Stretch it long on 1, foot to hand if you'd like. Or just keep extending arm and leg. Good. If you've got that connection of foot to hand, kicking it in there, just opening up the chest, belly, quadricep, and let it go. And lower it down. Couple cat and cows again. Just stretch out the spine and the abdominals. Good. All right, let's neutral spine and then step it out into plank pose. Once again, zipping up the belly, up the core, firm the glutes, and then just march out like a very slow mountain climber. Marching, marching. We're just waking up the abdominals and the muscles of the spine. Marching 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Pause and breathe. Inhale. Exhale, shift the weight forward. Chaturanga Dandasana. Up dog or cobra. Downward facing dog. First down dog. Breathing in and out. Pedaling the heels, shifting the weight in the gaze. Maybe taking a wide-legged downward facing dog. Maybe going onto inside arches of the feet. Are you slipping? Nothing worse than when you're slipping. All right, let's inhale, right leg high. Take a minute, bend the knee, open the hip. Good, square the hips up. Bring the knee to nose and into low lunge. Good, coming to fists, so palms are facing each other, you're just on your fists. Inhale, lift the hips. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. And lower. 1 more, lift. Lowering all the way down to the back knee, full breath in. Little twist, belly to thigh. Good, staying as you are, maybe grabbing the back foot. Little deeper stretch here into the quadricep. Making sure ankles lined up over the knee. Here you go. 1 more breath. Lower and release. Take an inhale, center, exhale, pull the hips back, straighten the front leg. Toes curl back towards the nose. Inhale. And exhale. Shift it forward. Ground hands or fists. Front foot meets the back. Modification, come to knees, maybe lowering all the way down to the mat. Up dog or cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Inhaling, left leg high. Bend the knee, open the hip. Just pause. Get a nice good stretch. Squaring it off. Knee comes to nose. Low lunge, drop down to the bottom knee. Actually, no, don't do that. Stay up on the back knee, come to fists. Inhale, lift. And exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. 2 more. Lift it up. Ease into your lunge on the exhale. 1 more. Lift it up. Come all the way down onto the bottom knee. Full breath in. Exhale, little twist. Left hand to left knee. Good. Staying just as you are, maybe grabbing the back foot. That may be a little intense for this early in the class. Two more breaths. One more breath. Coming back to center. Deep breath in. Exhale, pull the hips back, straighten the front leg. You certainly could have a bent knee here. Trying to connect belly to thigh, right? Without getting a terrible bend in the back, right? So belly to thigh, spine is nice and long, head in line with the spine, toes curling back towards the nose. Breathing in, breathing out. One more breath. And shifting forward. Ground the hands. Front foot meets the back. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Long breath in. Relaxing breath out. Good, and let's slowly make our way to the top of the mat. Feet are hip distance or wider. Find a nice halfway lift, maybe interlacing hands behind you or take a chest expansion or interlacing them in front and then fold into your ragdoll pose. Two more breaths. Maybe switch your grip. Good, let the hands hang heavy. Come to a halfway lift. And another forward fold. Slowly reverse your swan dive. Come all the way up into Tadasana. Hands back to heart center. Samastitihi. Eyes are closed, maybe revisiting your intention. Breathing it in, breathing it through, and releasing it out. Surya Namaskar A. Inhale, arms up and overhead. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, open halfway lift. Exhale, ground the hands, chaturanga. Inhaling up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe in. And out. Inhale, prepare to move. And exhale, top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive, Tadasana. Exhale, baby back bend. Inhale, palms to touch. Exhale, hands to the heart, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, chaturanga. Remember, you can lower all the way down to the mat, taking cobra or up dog, downward facing dog. Breathe in. And breathe out. One more time. Good. Inhale, prepare to move. Exhale, top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. One more time through. Inhale, sweep it high. Steeple grip. Exhale, side body bend. Good. Long breath in. Side body bend. Back to the center. Side body bend. Another breath. Coming center again. Interlacing hands behind. Shoulder shrug opens up the heart space. Forward fold. Chest expansion. Let the head hang heavy. So bend the knees as much as you need to so you can gaze between the knees. One more breath. Hands come down to the mat. Open halfway. Grounding hands, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhaling, right leg high. Exhale, bend the knee, open the hip. Inhale, square it off. Right knee, right tricep. Inhale, bring it high. Right knee, left tricep. Inhale, bring it high. Knee to nose. Low lunge. Reaching up to crescent lunge. Inhale, baby back bend. Exhale, airplane arms. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, chaturanga. Up dog or cobra. Downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg. Exhale, bend the knee, open the hip. Inhale, square it off. Left knee, left tricep. Bringing it high. Left knee, right tricep. Good, bringing it high. Low lunge. All the way up to crescent lunge. Open baby back bend. Finding airplane arms. Opening warrior two. Extended side angle. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, chaturanga. Finding up dog or cobra. Easing into downward facing dog. Breathing in. Breathing out. Rolling on 10 toes. Bend the knees, bring the belly back to the thighs. Taking it to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. Pause and hold, weight in the heels. Let's start to fire the glutes up just a little bit, so squeezing everything into the midline, lifting up through the spine. That's just little pulses. Pulse 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Shift the weight into the right foot, maybe lifting the left off. Pulsing here, 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Place it back down, pulse 3, 2, 1. Shift to the left. Pulse 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Both feet down, 4 more pulses. 4, hands to the heart, 3, 2, forward fold on 1. Inhale, open, halfway lift. Ground the hands, chaturanga. Good, inhale, upward facing dog, greet the day. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg high. Bend the knee, open the hip. Good, squaring it off. Right knee, right tricep. Inhale, bring it high. Right knee, left tricep. Bringing it high. Low lunge. Sweeping up to crescent lunge. Inhale, open baby back bend. Exhale, airplane arms. Now listen, launching off into airplane pose. Beautiful, stabilize. Glutes are firm, belly's firm, chest is open. Deep breath in. Little curtsy squats now. Right behind, or left behind right. and open. Good. How stable do you feel today? Nice. Couple more. Beautiful. One more. Open it up. Deep breath in. Warrior 3. Hold here for 3 and 2. Step it back, crescent lunge on 1. Inhale. Exhale, open warrior 2. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Pause and hold. Half bind or whole bind if that's in your practice. Breathing in and breathing out. Good. One more full breath. And then releasing that bind. Again, inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, take it down to the mat. Front foot meets the back. Open up. Up dog. Close it off, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg. Exhale, bend the knee, open the hip. Square it up. Left knee, left tricep. Bring it high. Left knee, right tricep. Nice and high. Low lunge. Crescent lunge. Good. Baby back bend. Airplane arms. Stabilize. Launch yourself off. Airplane pose. I am not stable. I'm getting there. Full breath. Curtsy squat. Nice. Open it up. Take your time. Slowly lower. And open. 3 more. Good. 2. And 1. Open full airplane. Warrior 3. Hold here 3. And 2. Stepping back, crescent lunge on 1. Open to warrior 2. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Half bind, whole bind. Whatever's in your practice. Breathing in. Heart space is open, breathing out. 2 more breaths just like that. 1 more. Release the binds. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, take it to the mat. Front foot meets the back, chaturanga. Take it slow and easy. Up dog or cobra. Downward facing dog. Long breath in. Even breath out. Rolling on 10 toes. Bend the knees, belly to thighs. Walk or jump top of the mat. Inhale halfway. Exhale, fold. Weight in the heels. Inhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. Let's pulse it out again. Pulsing 4 and 3, 2 and 1. Shift to the right. 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Back to center. 4, 3, 2, 1. To the left. 4, 3, 2, 1. Center, hands to heart. 4, 3, 2. Forward fold on 1. Open halfway. Grounding the hands, chaturanga. Good. Up dog or cobra. Downward facing dog. Let that on. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, bend the knee, open the hip. Stay as you are. Flip your dog. Hold and breathe. 3 and 2. If you're a flipper, flip it back on 1. Good. Leg is high. Right knee, right tricep. Little chaturanga push-up if you'd like. Bring it high. Right knee, left tricep. Same thing. Chaturanga push-up if you like. Good. Bring it high. Low lunge. Crescent lunge. Baby back bend. Airplane arms. Launching off. Airplane. Curtsy squat. Let's do 5. Good. And 4. And 3. And 2. And 1. Open it up. Change of plans now. Left knee comes into the chest. Give it a nice good squeeze. Good. Flex the foot, hands come to hips. Inhale. Exhale, extend it out, arms come up. Bend the knee. And straight. Bend. And straight. 2 more. Bend it. And straight. Bend. Straight and hold. 4, 3, 2. Sweep it through. Airplane on 1. Inhale. Exhale, warrior 3. Holding 4, 3, 2. Crescent lunge on 1. Good. Open to warrior 2. This time reverse your triangle. Trikonasana. Long breath in. And another even breath out. Just explore your triangle. Making sure that if you can touch the floor, you're not dumping all of your weight onto that hand or using a block if needed. Good. Holding for a couple more breaths. Getting a bend in the knee. Reverse your warrior. Half moon. Ardha Chandrasana. Good. Finding center, maybe hover the hand. Find what works for you. The lifted leg is as active as the standing leg. Foot is flexed. Hold here, 3, 2. Let's square the hips off standing splits. Lifting the leg as best you can. Maybe bending the knee, foot to the sky. Little bitty pulses. Breathing in and out. Good. And 4, 3, 2. Knees bend and together. Step out to low lunge. Ground the hands. Front foot meets the back. Chaturanga. Up dog or cobra. And downward facing dog. Get a grounding breath. Breathe it in through the nose. Let it come out through the mouth. One more just like that. And let's move on to the other side. Left leg lifts high. Knee bends, hip opens. Stay as you are. Or flip your dog. Holding 3 and 2. Flipping back on 1. Sweaty hands don't make for a good dog flip. All right, reach it high. Left knee comes to left tricep. Stay as you are or take a little push-up. Good. Bringing it high. Left knee, right tricep. Remember, you can just hold here or take a push-up. Good. Bring it high and low lunge. All the way up to crescent lunge. Find your baby back bend. Airplane arms, stabilize. Launch off airplane pose. Here we go, curtsy squat. 4, oops, we did 5. Now 4, 3, 2, and 1. Find your airplane. Right knee comes to the chest. Foot is flexed. Stabilize, pull in, Mula Bandha, the root lock. Uddiyana Bandha, core lock, hands come to hips. Good, extend the leg long. And bend. And extend. And bend. 3 more. Extend. And bend. 2. Good. 1 and hold. 4, 3, 2. Sweep it through airplane pose. Hands come up and overhead. Warrior 3. 4, 3, 2. Crescent lunge on 1. Inhale. Exhale, open warrior 2. Inhale, reverse triangle. Exhale, Trikonasana. All is well. Again, staying as you are or explore flexibility. But being mindful that you're not just resting in flexibility. Your stability and your strength is holding the pose. Right? You're not just smashing hand to floor, all the weight going into that bottom hand. Couple more breaths. Nice. Get a bend in the knee, extended side angle. Good. Then inhale, reverse your warrior. And exhale, half moon on this side. Launching off, take your time. Maybe hovering that bottom hand. Again, it's similar to triangle pose. If all the weight's just pressed into that hand, you're not necessarily using your strength and balance to hold you in the pose. Good. Hold here, 3 and 2. Squaring it off on 1. Standing splits. Bend the leg if you'd like, reaching foot to the sky, and do little pulses if you prefer. Good, hold 4. Beautiful, 3 and 2 and 1. Knees come together. Step out into your low lunge. Ground the hands, front foot meets the back. Chaturanga Dandasana. Up dog. And downward facing dog. Long, even breath in and out. Inhale, prepare to move. Exhale, top of the mat. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. Exhale, hands to heart. This time, let's move into prayer twist. Deep breath in as you prepare. Exhale, rotate to the right. Could be elbow to the outside. It could be a nice gentle twist. It could be hand to the outside of the knee. However you prefer to take it, and feel free, half bind or whole bind. Good. One more breath. And let's sink into a forward fold. Toe heel the feet, hip distance. Grabbing onto big toes with the peace fingers. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, surrender into your fold. All is well, right? All is well, all is well, all is well. One more breath. Releasing big toes. Toe heel the feet to touch. Scoop it up, sweep it up. Chair pose. Hands to heart. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, prayer twist, or it could be a gentle twist. Decide what suits your body. Half bind or whole bind if that's in your practice. Remember to keep pulling weight into the heels so that knees don't go over the toes. And come into your forward fold. Toe heel the feet, hip distance, Padahastasana, hands come under the feet, toes kissing the wrists. Halfway lift and then just surrender. Releasing hands. Open halfway lift. Ground the hands, chaturanga, flow through your vinyasa. Up dog or cobra. Downward facing dog. Alright, inhaling right leg high. Exhale again, bend the knee, open the hip, get a good stretch. Square it up. Right knee, right tricep, pause and hold. Breathe in, breathe out. Bring it high. Right knee, left tricep. Hold. Bring it high. Low lunge. Good. Crescent lunge. One more time. Baby back bend. Airplane arms. Airplane pose. Stabilize. And curtsy squat. Good. Good. 2 more. And 1 more. Open it up. Knee comes to the chest. This time we're going to do a little balancing from here. So if you can, grabbing onto big toe, or just hold on to the knee. If you've got your big toe, you're just reaching the foot out in front of you. Knee can be bent as much as needed. Good. Holding here. Shoulder pulls back. Staying as you are, opening up to that nice little inner thigh stretch. We're twins. back to center. Now moving into the twist from here. So you're grabbing opposite hand to the outside of the knee or outside of the foot. And again, extending it long, breathing in, and then the belly's slowly going to come through the shoulders and the gaze. Hold here. 4, 3, 2. Come back to center. You're just going to bend the knee and bring the foot into the hip crease or traditional figure 4. Whatever feels better to you. If you bring it into the hip crease, you can bend at the knee and go into a yogi squat, or you can move into a fold. Whatever you prefer, right? I do a little bit of both. I come into the fold, and then I slowly come down into a yogi squat. And some days it works really well. I get a nice hip opener, and some days I can balance, and some days not so well. Today it's going okay right now. All right, let's hold here. 3, 2. Grounding the hands on one, uncross the legs. Find a beautiful standing splits. Holding here. 4, 3, 2. Stepping back on 1. Let's find a warrior 1 this time. Grounding in warrior 1, sweeping all the way up. We're kind of tackling all of the warrior poses. All right, so you're in a gorgeous warrior 1. Let's reach forward and take a little humble warrior. Sweeping hands behind you, opening up the chest, getting a nice chest expansion, and then easing yourself down. We're hitting all the bases. Couple more breaths. Good. Release the hands down to the mat. Square the hips off to the front again. Take an inhale, and on the exhale, straighten both legs. You may have to walk the back foot in a little bit, setting up for pyramid. Deep breath, and then fold. Deep breath, find some more space, and fold. And you may want to block. Are you looking for a block?
No, I was looking for like a rack.
Oh. Good, let's take a couple more breaths. And pyramid pose. And then come to a halfway lift. Walk the back foot out again, so revolve triangle. If you don't know by now, this is my favorite pose. I always say that about every pose, but I really do like this one. So come to a halfway lift. Ground the hand to the inside arch or maybe outside towards the pinky. That's a little more challenging. And then think of the right hip pulling back, left hip pulling forward, and then twist. Belly, shoulders, gaze. You may want to block. Yeah, you're taking up less of a foundation if you're going to the outside pinky toe and a little deeper twist. So again, a little deeper challenge. Hold and breathe for 3 and 2. Come back to the center on 1. Stepping out into low lunge, ground the hands, front foot meets the back. Chaturanga. Up dog. And downward facing dog. All right, one more side, left leg high. Bend the knee, open the hip. Square it off. Left knee, left tricep. Pause and hold. Bring it high. Left knee, right tricep. Pause and hold. Good, bring it high. Beautiful low lunge. Sweep it up into crescent lunge. Stabilize, open baby back bend. Find your airplane arms. Launch it off, airplane pose. Stabilize. Curtsy squat. Let's do 4. Good. And 3. And 2. And 1. Airplane. Knee comes to the chest. Good. Remember this time we're going to grab onto the big toe or just hang on to that knee for a little balancing. If you grab your big toe, shoulder draws back, extend through the heel. Whether knee is bent or straight doesn't make any difference. Good. I am far more wobbly on my left side. Open it up. Take your time. Good. Square it back off. Bend the knee. Left hand comes either to the outside of the knee or outside of the right foot.
My feet are too sweaty.
Your feet are too sweaty. Grab outside of the knee then. All right, whatever you have, pull the belly through the shoulders and the gaze. So essentially what we're doing here is kind of a revolved triangle, only in a balancing pose. Hold here, 3 and 2. Come back to the center, bend the knee. Foot comes either into the hip crease, hip flexor area, or take a traditional figure 4, sitting back. And I did this one last time. So you can start with a fold, right? Some people take a little bind here actually, and they wrap the hand around and grab the big toe. I'm gonna go down into a yogi squat. Again, my left side is giving me feedback today, so not sure how the balancing is gonna go on this side. All right, almost there. 4, 3, 2, ground your hands, release the foot, lift it high into standing splits. Nice job. Holding here, 4 and 3 and 2. Stepping out into warrior 1 on 1. Sweep it up. Heel to heel alignment, hips square to the front of the room. I'm going to step mine out just a little bit. Now, reach it forward. Setting it for humble warrior, interlace hands, maybe grab a strap. Once you find it, sink on down. Torso comes to the inside of the thigh. Let the head hang heavy. Good, one more breath. And let the hands come down. Maybe walk the back foot in a little bit, toes pointing up towards the corner of the mat. Take an inhale as you straighten the front leg. Left hip pulls back, right hip draws forward, and fold. Pyramid pose. Knee can be bent as much as you need to, so that your belly can actually connect to the thigh. One more breath. Come to a halfway lift and maybe walk the foot back out a little bit more. Left hand can come to, right hand comes to the inside arch. A little more challenge is to come to the outside of the pinky toe. Get lined up nice and straight and then pull the belly through, meaning torso nice and straight. And then rotate. Holding 4, 3, 2. Back to the center on 1. Get a bend in the knees, stepping back into low lunge, ground the hands, front foot meets the back. All right, I think we hit it all in our standing poses. Let's come down in a downward facing dog. It's a beautiful thing. All right, let's roll onto all 10 toes, prepping for a shoot through. Bend the knees, belly to thighs. Don't think about it. Just sweep the legs through into boat pose. I always tell you, sometimes it's glorious, sometimes it's not, but it's still fun to try. So boat pose, you can lift the legs if you'd like, you can extend them long. My boat pose always looks like this. And I like to do just a little pulsing. Right hands can be up and overhead. Lower abdominals, transverse abdominals are firing, not the hip flexors. Good. I have an injury to my sacrum. Actually, it's healed, but my body doesn't recognize that yet. I broke my sacrum and I broke my tailbone. And so My hip flexors want to fire every time I extend my legs in boat pose. So now I keep my toes on the mat, isolate the muscle group that needs to be firing, and I can talk through it and still enjoy it. Good. All right, let's hold here for another 4 breaths. 3 breaths. Pull it in, lower abdominals, right where if you put your hands here and you coughed, you'd feel it. 2 breaths. 1 more. Lower to half boat. Extend arms long and overhead and surrender all the way down for a full body stretch. Fingertips to toes. Deep breath in, open mouth, exhale if you need to get rid of some heat. Good. Let's sit up for bridge pose. So bending the knees, bringing the heels to the sitting bones. Arms come down to your side. You can always put a block under your sacrum if you prefer. Just tip the pelvis away from the mat and scoop it off, slowly lifting the spine, shimmying the shoulders underneath. Maybe interlacing hands. Chest comes to the chin. Breathe in and breathe out. Good, melting yourself back down to the mat. Knees either come into the chest or take Supta Baddha Konasana. Whatever you prefer that feels better as a reset on your back. Staying just as you are, getting more restore in, or taking second set of bridge or full wheel. And if you're taking full wheel, as you lift up, you're slowly easing shoulders over the wrists. So on an in-breath, everyone find your pose. Couple more breaths. Lowering down in your own time. Same thing, you can windshield wiper, you can bring knees into the chest, little circles, or Supta Baddha Konasana. Nice, let's rock and roll 3 times on the length of the spine. 3rd time through, we'll ground the hands and shoot out into chaturanga or step out. I don't know how many times that was. This has got to be 3. Good. Up dog or cobra. And downward facing dog. And I'm going to walk myself back onto my mat. Okay. Shift into high plank, lower all the way down. Arms come down to your side, setting up for salabhasana or locust pose. So neck is long. First, fire up the quadriceps, the glutes, the mula bandha, that root lock, and the core lock. Now lifting head, neck, and shoulders off the mat. Take an inhale and exhale, lower back down, just tap the nose. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. And lift. And lower. Let's do 4 more. Lift and squeeze. Lower. Lift and hold. Lower. 2 more. Lift it up. Lower. 1 more time. Lift and hold. Bringing hands up and overhead. And then little flutter kick. Fluttering the arms and the legs. Flutter 4. And 3. And 2. And 1. Full lift. Lower down, pull back, child's pose. And I'm going to get a sip of water. Whew. Good. All right, let's slowly come to sit on our heels and cross the legs and pull them through. Let's take Baddha Konasana. Soles of the feet to touch, inching sitting bones forward. Good. You can always put bolsters or blocks under the knees. Inhale, sit up nice and tall, and exhale, take a little fold. Good, sitting up nice and tall again. We don't do many inner thigh openers in a seated pose, I'm finding. So Izzy and I are gonna have to alternate here. And just extending legs out long now to the side. And I like to sit up and just inch them forward to whatever feels the best in my body at the time. Knees come to the sky, toes to the sky. Sitting up tall, and maybe that's exactly where you're staying and there's no more movement. You can also, again, put something under the knees if you want to bend the knees a little bit more. If you want to take it further, breathing in and then just inching hands out. Good, just breathing in and breathing out. Good, a couple more breaths. And I think what we don't consider when we think of hip openers, you think mostly of the external rotators, like through the glutes, but adductors, your inner thighs, also are part of your hips, supporting the hips. And so stretching the inner thighs really helps to loosen up the glutes as well. So from here, let's just bring them together and then shimmy them just to release. And from here, let's go to easy seat for the external rotators. So whether right is crossed in front of left or right is stacked on top of left. So my inner thighs are much more open than my outer thighs. So staying as you are, sitting up tall, you just want to make sure the sitting bones are grounded evenly to the mat. And from there, if you want to go any further, you can move into a little fold. About 4 more breaths. And gentle release. Extending legs long in front of you. Shimmying them out. All right, and let's reset for the other side. So, either left in front of right or left on top of right, stacking shin over shin. And this side is a little trickier for me, so I just take my time, making sure sitting bones again are grounded evenly, lifting up nice and tall, and then ease into your fold. Slowly find your way. This is one of those hurts so good kind of things. Nice, a couple more breaths here. Actually, let's do 4 more. And gentle release. Oi, 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 oi. Okay. Shimmy the legs out. Let's set up for Paschimottanasana, forward fold. So again, sitting bones are grounded. Maybe putting a bolster under the knees. Inhale, sit up tall like you're going to tip the pelvis, and then forward fold. So belly connected to the thighs, right? So that may mean bending the knees quite a bit. And then spine is nice and long, reaching out through the crown of the head. Sitting up tall, inhale, and exhale, carve out the belly, make your way down to your mat. Knees come into the chest when you get there. Good, extending legs up nice and tall. Staying as you are, maybe putting a block under the sacrum or going into plow pose and shoulder stand. As you're moving into your shoulder stand, making sure that all of the weight is on the back of the head, shoulders, and triceps, not on the neck. Legs are very, very active in shoulder stand. And in your own timing, if you want to come down, bringing knees to nose, maybe knees to ears. And rolling yourself out into happy baby. Just rocking yourself side to side. Good, knees come back into the chest. Letting left leg go along, holding on to the right. Take an inhale and an exhale. Supine twist. Gazing out to the right fingertips, shoulders stay grounded on the mat. Good, and right knee or both knees come back in, give it a squeeze, and then switch sides. Left knee or both knees are into the chest, full breath in, and exhale, draw it across the body. Left arm goes out to the side. Shoulders stay grounded. Back to center. Left knee or both knees come into the chest. Actually, bring both knees into the chest. And let's just do little circles in both directions. Good. And forearms wrap around the shins. Forehead comes up to meet the knees. On the inhale, pressing shins into forearms. And on the exhale, opening up for your final Shavasana. And this is where I'm going to end your recording so that you have the option to stay as long or as little in your Shavasana. Make sure that you give it at least 3 minutes to just relax. It's it's the most important pose of your practice. All right, I'll end the practice by saying namaste and blessings to all of you. Have a beautiful day.